Have you ever been driving around your neighborhood at night and noticed some houses just glow? Like perfectly lit no matter the season? Well, it's not magic. It's a trend called permanent outdoor lighting, and it's completely changing the game for curb appeal. So let's dive in and see what it's all about. Okay, so here's what we're going to cover. First, we'll talk about that yearly struggle with holiday lights. Then, we'll get into what permanent lighting actually is. We'll explore 7 key benefits, walk through how it gets installed, and then wrap things up with the big takeaway. All right, first up, a year-round glow. And yeah, we've got to start with a problem that I think pretty much everyone knows all too well, that whole seasonal decorating mess. Seriously, are you just done with it? I mean, come on. Dragging out the ladder, spending what feels like forever untangling a giant ball of wires, and crossing your fingers that every single bulb works, only to have to do it all in reverse a few weeks later? It is such a hassle. But what if you could just skip all that forever? Imagine having that perfect holiday glow or just some beautiful accent lighting any night of the year, all with just a tap on your phone. Well, it turns out there is a smarter way to shine. Okay, so that leads us right into our next section. What is this modern solution we're talking about, really? Let's break it down and get a clear definition. So let's be clear, we are not talking about your average string lights from the hardware store. Think of this as a professionally installed, super weather-resistant LED system. The two magic words here are integrated, meaning it literally becomes a seamless part of your house, and customizable, because you control the whole shebang from an app. And that integrated part, it's huge, because during the day, you can barely even see them. The fixtures sit inside these little tracks that are color-matched to your home's trim, so they just disappear into your soffits and roof lines. It's all about a super clean, seamless look. And that awesome design is really just the beginning, which brings us to our third section, the 7 key benefits. Because trust me, this is about way more than just having pretty lights. It is a genuine, multifaceted upgrade for your entire property. I mean, just look at this list. You've got everything from curb appeal and home security to major energy savings and smart home integration. It's a lot. Let's zoom in on a few of the biggest ones because it's how they all work together that makes this so compelling. Okay, let's talk money first. Sure, we all want our homes to look amazing, but what about actually increasing its value? We're talking a potential boost of 5 to 20% on your resale value. Suddenly, that beautiful lighting becomes a really smart long-term investment. And the savings don't stop there. Because these are modern LEDs, they use up to 90% less energy than those old-school incandescent bulbs. So you get this gorgeous, illuminated home every single night without that shocking electricity bill at the end of the month. And then there's maintenance, or maybe I should say the lack of maintenance. These LEDs are typically rated for over 50,000 hours. That's just years and years of use without you ever having to get on a ladder to swap out a bulb. You basically set it up and forget about it. And this really sums it up perfectly, doesn't it? Say goodbye to ladders and tangled wires. That is the dream. That's the core convenience of it all. Christmas lights? Done. Spooky Halloween colors? Done. Your team's colors for the big game? You can do it all from your couch. Okay, this all sounds amazing, but you're probably wondering, how does this stuff actually get onto my house? Let's jump into section 4 and talk about the installation process. So, the first big question is always, DIY or go with a pro? And while there are DIY kits out there, the consensus is pretty clear. Professional installation is the way to go. You're avoiding sketchy wiring, making sure you're not violating any HOA rules, and you're getting a real warranty. Honestly, what you're really buying is peace of mind. So what does a pro install actually look like? Well, it's a really buttoned-up process. It starts with a custom design plan just for your home's unique features. Then they install those discrete tracks and run all the safe low-voltage wiring. After that, they snap in the weatherproof lights, seal everything up, and then program and test the whole system to make sure it works flawlessly from day one. And that brings us to our final section, your home illuminated. Let's tie all of this together and get to the big takeaway. Look, if you remember just one thing from all this, let it be this. This isn't just about lights. This is a fundamental shift. You're moving away from a seasonal chore and upgrading to a permanent feature of your home, a lifestyle upgrade that adds beauty, security, and value 365 days a year. So we'll leave you with this question to think about. After seeing all the benefits, the convenience, the beauty, the security, is your home's exterior really living up to its full potential? This technology makes it pretty clear there's a much, much brighter way to live.